Hey guys, Clumsy here, and it's time to check out Kriechbaum's new Scania DC13 engine sounds. Let's do this. So a couple of days ago, released the good news that Kriechbaum, once again, released a brand new set of sounds, this time for the Scania. If you remember from the past few weeks, I've been really loving his recorded Volvo FH sounds, and now he released one for the 5 and 6 series, this Scania. Yeah, and it's compatible with Scania R, Scania T, with the different mods from RJL, Fred, from the default SCS. So now let's go and hear it. Oh yeah. And what's amazing about this is for each range, for each 100 RPM range, there's a completely different set of sounds. So you can really hear the engine climbing and starting to roar. Starting from the most subtle and climbing bit by bit. That gives me shivers. And you can hear how the idle sounds are absolutely beautiful. Made me want to go back into a 6 series Scania again. It's been a while. Now inside, the same purr is there, but you can hear that insulation. You really feel that you're inside a truck now. But still, you can clearly distinguish the rev range you're at. So you don't really need to look at your dials anymore. After a while, you can actually hear it and distinguish, know when to shift based on the sounds alone, which is absolutely wonderful. Lovely. Now, even in this pack, he also, I think, recorded the sounds, the switches. So you hear that crunchy indicator switch snapping back like so. And if we add the actual blinker sounds, then that's eargasmic heaven right there. The switches. And even the parking brake, I believe. This is such the amazing thing about competition. I think our modders are learning from each other. I remember EVR was the first one who made these very, how do you say, clicky switches. I think EVR is the master of switches. But I think Kriechbaum is really learning a lot from that. Now, I don't have actual evidence on it, but I think they are learning from each other. Competition is always good for the consumer. And so, without further ado, let's take this for a test drive. We are driving today just a short distance, 157 kilometers from Frankfurt to Koblenz. I do have Pro mods enabled. I think that is a Pro mod city, not 100% sure. One watch out before we begin. If you are driving with the Scania R by RJL, there will be a lot of engine options, and I actually made this mistake. Make sure you pick the engine that is Euro 6. Okay, that's not the one. So if you're going with the Scania R by RJL, which is the most famous one, I believe that's this one. If you go to the engine options, there are so many to choose from. I picked the DC13 because that's where the engine was originally recorded from. So DC13, even with DC13, you have so many different options in here. Euro 3, Euro 4, Euro 5, Euro 6. You have to pick, I think, the Euro 6, this one. Otherwise, if you pick, for example, the same 440 but Euro 5, you'll end up loading a different set of sounds and you won't be driving with Kriechbaum sounds. This is what I purchased initially. It sounded a bit different versus the video he had. So I chose this one, looked into the mod files, and apparently the Euro 6 is what activates his sound. So that's a huge watch out, okay? Just to be safe, go for the 440 Euro 6. DC13 440 Euro 6. If you're feeling adventurous, try the other Euro 6 engines. But don't try the older engines, right? That's a watch out if you want to really load up with his mods. Now, it's been a while since I've driven with a Scania. An old school Scania at that. Not a next gen, but a 6 Series Scania R. And actually, this is my first time trying out this realistic dashboard computer from Oscar, formerly known as NFSHP. That guy. You can see all the beautiful dials in there. Super realistic looking. My favorite so far is this one, the fuel consumption. Makes you really care about the current state of eco-friendliness you're driving with. See that? Lovely. But yeah, we'll just take this for a test drive just so we can hear the different rev ranges. I am driving with S Interior Volume 1 just so it's at its most authentic. Usually I drive with Volume 2, but just so we get that complete package, that default sound levels that Kriechbaum modeled it, I set Volume to 1, right? So no modifications here. You can hear the turbo whine there. Beautiful. And I will be for sure doing a silent trucking video with this engine so you can hear it without my pesky voice interfering, which is, I'm sure, what some of you guys are thinking about. He keeps on talking. How can we hear the engine that way? Well, sorry about that, but yeah, that's the risk you have to take. But yes, Kriechbaum made it available also for other mods. So if you're not using RJL Scania, if you're using, for example, the default Scania from SCS, I believe that should still be compatible, but do watch out because I'm not sure if it's compatible with all engines. I'm sure it's not for V8, so don't pick a V8 engine. Pick an L6, a straight 6. But how to distinguish exactly which ones, you'll have to do trial and error, okay? But my main hint for you guys is to always pick the Euro 6 variant. 80 kilometers per hour should be here. Frankfurt. I will be in Frankfurt, that's why I chose to drive here. I will be in Frankfurt on March. Something like beginning to mid-March for work. I'm not sure if there are any other like gaming events happening at that same time. I remember it before when I went to Germany. I had no idea that what was that event. I think Gamescom was also happening at the same time, and I could have driven a short distance or rode a train and arrived in Cologne and joined there, but I didn't. So this time I should do some research before going. I might be able to maximize my trip. You will see. Oh, I think I disabled the SIPS traffic density so you don't see as many cars on the road. We do see that fantastic Lufthansa plane crossing that way though. We also have the same thing in Singapore. This like overpass for planes. That's such a cool feature, isn't it? Isn't it? It's even a train right here. Transport fever just in this exact spot right here. Lovely. I'll take a photo here later, maybe I'll get lucky. Nice. I also changed something with the settings. So I increased the scaling. Previously we were I'm recording with in 1440p resolution, so 2560 by 1440. But recently, and I've been driving with a 120 FPS cap, at 120 FPS limit, which we seldom reach anyway. This time I capped it to 60, because that's the most the recording can handle anyway. So if I increase it even more, it will not make much difference for you. So I just set it to 60, but instead I increased the scaling. Before I was driving at 1440 resolution but 150% scaling. Now I'm able to manage 1440 still, but now 300% scaling, which should ultimately equate to better anti-aliasing, so less jagged edges. That is the hope. Now if it is, let me know. If it looks better, if it feels smoother, let me know as well, because it should, because we are now driving at that one. So innate default 60 FPS locked. So what I am seeing is exactly what you should be seeing as well in the recording. 1:1. So please observe it. Let me know if it's smoother, if it's the same, if it looks more crisp, if the jagged edges are still the same. Let me know in the comments, alright? Feedback is important. We are working with all these different combinations to find that magic touch. But yes, if you want to hear more about this engine, how this engine sounds like in a full trip, stay tuned. Tomorrow I will be releasing a silent trucking episode so we can appreciate it even more. And I'm just loving the combo we have here. Scania R/RGL compounded with Cast's rigid chassis and tandem setup. I absolutely love this kind of tandem setup. I get a trailer at the back like this. This will for sure be an amazing thumbnail when I find that magic angle. Engine brake, retarder, we're hearing all the sounds here. Man, hear that engine climb like that. Doesn't that sound pretty? Maybe pretty is not the right word for it, because it's very boomish. Pretty is an understatement. Not the first word you'd think of. So if you have comments on how this entire engine pack sounds like, let me know as well. Which one do you like better, EVRs or this one? That's always a very controversial topic. We have people from both sides always pitching in, and that's amazing. Some people like EVR better, some people like Kriechbaum better. And for me personally, I actually haven't decided yet. I really like this one, but I'm loving the Scania from EVR as well. Although I guess if you want a proper Euro 6 sound, then this would be your pick. It's cleaner. The one from EVR I think is a Euro 5 engine, if I remember correctly. Oh, this definitely looks like a Pro Mods city, huh? Don't think I've been driving through this road before a lot. Looks very unique. I think I'll take a photo here. I do love that look there. Bit going off the lane there. I don't think I'll be getting such a good fuel economy score here, given that we're only driving a short distance. Not a lot of time on the highway and more of these bendy roads, but even with not such a good score, at least we will get an amazing view, an amazing experience overall, huh? There we go. That's more like it. And yes, locking to 60 FPS does have its benefits. We get less of those dips, so it's a more constant, more smooth experience, more immersive experience overall. And I think when I finally get that upgrade to my graphics card later in the year, when Nvidia and AMD release their new video cards and I get one of those, whichever one it will be, that's when I'll hope for 120 FPS or even 144. But at this point, my system is forcing it too much, so I think I'll be working with this one instead, limiting it to 60 frames and maxing out the image quality, so it's a win-win for both of us, because you won't be able to appreciate anything more than 60 frames anyway. The recording in YouTube does not allow it. So I think overall this would be a good choice, good combo. Alright. There we go. The turbo whine is present all over, and I'm not sure if that is entirely how it should be. I remember Jay saying something about the Volvo turbo whine, that the higher your gear, the less it should sound, so the more quiet it should be, that turbo whine, but not sure if that's the same application as in the Scania. This also has an amazing air horn sound, but unfortunately I don't have the air horn enabled. My mistake, I actually have it, yes. So that's the test. If your air horn sounds like this, then you have Kriechbaum sounds activated. If there are no air horn sounds, then that's the cue that you're not using his sound back, like I was initially, before I started recording. Let's go hit this one here. By the way guys, just a short announcement. We will be having our convoy on Feb 1, Saturday. So make sure, if you're available, feel free to join. Where do we enter from? I guess here. On Feb 1 Saturday, it's going to be 8 p.m. Singapore time, UTC plus 8. Going to be 1 p.m. Central European time, CET. It's going to be 12 noon in the UK, I believe. And it's going to be 7 a.m. Eastern time in the US. If you are using a slightly different time zone, please do your own adjustments. But yes, I will make an announcement, a post again to make that clear, okay? But yes, see you there. We'll be celebrating our 20,000 subscribers special. So I took some time on my Saturday to stream and hang out with you guys, because normally I'm not available on a Saturday on that time. That's usually quality time with Mrs. Clumsy, but I asked for approval and she gladly gave it because she supports this huge milestone that we reached. Alright, let's park this thing. Thank goodness this trailer doesn't have a dolly, so it's reversing just like a normal trailer. It's like a normal semi-trailer. Yeah, I absolutely love this kind of tandem setup. I'll be driving more with this for sure. Beautiful truck. Lovely. So, comments on the sounds. Do you like it? Do you like EVRs better? Let me know and we can start a discussion, because as you guys know, I'm not the best guy at distinguishing sounds. How ironic that is, but I am here to convey the message and I'm here to let the experts chime in. Okay, so comment away. Anyway, if you did like this short video, please don't forget, hit the thumbs up, hit the like button, comment, share with your friends, and subscribe if you haven't already. Hit that bell icon and join in the fun. Thanks for watching. Have a nice day. Catch you in the next one. Watch out tomorrow for that silent trucking episode without any hassle commentary. Thanks and bye-bye. Clumsy Trucking.